Hi everybody and happy Easter. It is Easter Sunday and well, it's a beautiful day in here in Maine. We've had a little bit of a power outage a few days ago and I'm sure many of you experienced that. A lot of the state was out between power and internet, but we're back up and running. You know, I had purposely not been trying to bother you with stuff from the ENav lab. I know you got lots of other stuff going on. I was busy with the ship structure class and doing those lectures. But I wanted to post this up and I wanted to touch base with you, you know, before we get to the end of the season. And that's coming up real quick. You know, we've got a deadline here of something coming up for you, and that is the 20th. And you've got those 4 activities. That's the echo sounder, that's the ARPA, that's the Raycon and the SART and the pulse length, that's displays, Raycons and SARTs, and then you got the ECDIS activity. And those are all PowerPoints and some videos and some YouTubes that you can watch. You know, and as I looked at those, I would bet if you spent about, and I have looked at them and I've kind of reviewed them, and I would guess if you spent about 4 hours total for all those spread over the next 8 days, you'll be all set. But just please be very, very careful that you don't find yourself waiting until the, the 19th, because those are due on April 20th. And there's a short assessment. You know, there's just a few questions on each one. And I don't want to say that they're simple. I don't think you'd be able to. Finish them necessarily on your own. But I think you ought to start trying. And I'm going to be watching this week. I'm going to be watching as those grades come in, and if I start to bug you. However, I can get in touch with you to put the finger on you and say, let's get going. It would be a shame to not pass this lab just based on those things. You've come so far. You know, I sent you a message earlier. I posted an announcement through Canvas for the course. Just checking in. One of the things I asked you to do was touch base with me, and I gave you my cell phone number, and you can do that by text. That'll be just as easy probably as anything, and that'll be fine. You can text me and just say, you know, what's going well. And if you need to vent a little bit and tell me what I can do for you, or what any of the other teachers can do for you, or just how things are going in general, I'd be glad to be your advocate on those things. I know it hasn't been easy for you. I'm getting a lot of reports from students and saying it's just are overwhelmed what we've been through. As a group of students and a class and individuals, and as a state and a country, if not the whole world. It is certainly overwhelming, and you've done well. From what I'm hearing, all the student body has done well, and I know some have struggled more than others, and you know, it always comes easier to some and then it's more difficult, but you know, all in all, what I'm hearing is you're doing really good. So touch base with me, get the work done. Oh, one last thing. I know that you've got student registration for next year coming up, for next fall. And I know some of you are going to be taking my ship handling class, NS 345, so make sure you get into a lab there. I know you got to make some choices about electives and different electives that you can take. And I'm sure you're talking with your advisor, but I can be one more resource. And if you just want to call me and we can talk on the phone, that would be fine. I'll make myself available for that. So I think, you know, all in all, that's good. I'm going to be watching online as your grades come in and as I see what you're doing. And I'll be posting a grade in concert, or I'll organize myself with Captain Tarrant and Captain Norwood. And we'll all be getting those in together. So, talk soon. See you later.